Alright, so this is my practical for CGT 141. I'm gonna have a timer going over there. I'm doing a YouTube. I'm gonna put up to YouTube, so I kind of have to have a limit. Let's see, to start, we have, so I had the website, I tried to pull it up, and it did not pull up well because my my AVG security prevents the whole website from showing up, because I know I saw it before and I had a video and some other stuff, and I think it says if it will pull up. There you go, because the JavaScript is obfuscated. It does not show it, so I took a screen cap from another website and use that as an example. And also my blackboard isn't working for some reason. We don't need it. So for time purposes, I have some of it already done. Some things that'll take a while, like the long JavaScript, and whatever I need for time purposes, it's not going to be perfect, but it's what I can get done. So to start, I have the basics for the beginning, and we have just the doc type and the validation. I'll be able to see it. I'm going to use Firefox. The head, basically just the title, and then the CSS. I have the CSS done, I believe. I'll explain what everything is as I do it. It's in the BGR. I just took an old folder. And there's the JavaScript, just putting that is what needs to be done. So then to start it off, we're going to start with body, and this will be the whole body, and then we'll have a header, div. We're going to use an ID. IDs can have only one inside of them. For the header, I'm going to include all, like, the title and everything in the header. So from there we'll have, I have an image, again time, div ID equals, I think it's M. I took an image, is an image. I don't know if it's like a newer, morbid picture, but that's what he had. So then the image will look like this. So it has that it's getting the images from a folder called images, and the picture is called practical. It's PNG. It's the height and width, and that's that little name. So there you see we have images, and inside there's a bunch of other folders. There's the practical picture, and there's the practical. So and then the word CGT for 141 are next to it, and then there is a menu. So we'll make that an ID, I guess. So div ID menu, and then it will be, we want it to show up like one next to each other. It's also it's going to be a link, so it's an href, and then it'll have whatever we have for the internal link. Index.html, and then it will have what will show up when you, on the actual website, when you click on it. Yeah, and then we gotta close them up, and that's basically it for that. And then we can get the head. So basically it's that a couple times over to say the CGT semester is over. Try to line them up a little nicer. Save that. Keep going, or look at that. We can look at the CSS. For the header, so basically we're gonna have it. The whole body is 100% width. The background color, because it's like fading, it's gradient, and I'm using the Mozilla special for it because I'm going to use Firefox. And here's the two colors that I thought was close enough to the blue and grayish. The width is 100% and the height is 100 pixels. The header, doing fine on time. The header, it's 900 pixels, so it doesn't take up the whole page as it doesn't in the actual site. It's got some padding. Text line center, just auto margins. Menu doesn't have much. And then here's the links. This just showing how it's displayed, how the padding between pixels is 2 pixels. Padding between the options on the menu is like 2 pixels. It shows the font size, the line, the color of the text, the font family. Didn't get too into that. On the link itself, it'll be white, and then when you visit it, it stays a different color, and when you hover over it, it also changes color. So we can try to take a gander. Might be a little messed up, and it is. So there's the more of it, CGT 141, and then there down there, semester is over. It's beginning. It's beginning to look a lot like Christmas. So from there we have what's next on the picture. So then it's basically the content, which is the contact forms and the video, I believe. So these would take a long time to type. So I'm going to show you instead, and I'll explain what each. My computer is heating up. What everything is for timing purposes. So we have JavaScript is a lot. Okay, so the video. This is the getting from the server of the Vimeo. It's got the height and the length. It's got a frame border, and then this is how we're allowing full screen from Mozilla Foxfire and stuff. The video is a little more simple than I thought it would be. It pulls up pretty well. And then the Java. And then we have contact forms, which is the text above the contact form. So the lines, it just says contact forms, which is what it says on the site. So basically here's just text JavaScript. We're going to talk about how we validate the email. So this right here, make sure that when they enter in an email that it has an @ and a dot. So if they don't write something at yahoo.com, it's not going to work. And it'll display an alert that says please enter the correct email form. If it works, it'll return it. If it doesn't, it'll return that. If it does, it's fine, and it'll go on to the next one. Next one is the name. I believe for the name, what was the only bad thing? Maybe just characters. I don't think the name was a problem. And then for the message, I believe, yeah, for the message I didn't include anything. It was old from the zip code. I had a zip code example before, which is basically the same thing. And the zip code example had to be 5 numbers because that's what zip codes are. And then there was an alert for the country. And then just here's where they actually will input the messages. And they'll input name, email, and message. And then here is the button that says submit, and this will submit what they responded with. We can see what's going on. Something's a little up. So I'll try something really quick. I know. Let's just add this guy and see what happens. This will help show, so we can see it on the actual website. If not, Firefox. There we go. Okay, so it was because I wasn't closing it at the end, ending the body, which is pretty simple. So basically, wait, I do not need this yet. if I'm explaining this, and time is going not too bad. I'm not a famous YouTuber, so I can't do it. Okay, so basically here I have the contact forms. If you don't put in an email with an @ it should correct ID. And then there's also a space for messages and title of contact forms. Here's the video. It's just the one video. Some good jams there. And yeah, here is showing the gradient, the fade of the colors. Here's the website, even though it's not there, and after you click on it, it should stay. Yeah, so you hover over it, it turns gray. Cool. So, and then I can explain it using Camtasia. We'll check on the CSS for this stuff, explain that. So next we have the content. It just has a color background. I believe it's like a blackish color, so I try to get close to that. Pretty much the same as the header, just the width should be pix, but whatever pixels, the height is auto, so it has enough room for the video and the info. Here's the video background color and the float and basically the padding, so it doesn't look, so it's not touching the edges. Oh, here's some images, it's floating left. What else for that? That's pretty much it. It's all important. The Java is working appropriately. Some cool stuff you can do with Java. So next we just have the footer, I guess, with the 3 columns. And we're doing time is getting close. So the footer, and we'll go right here. I'll just give the footer and explain it. So the footer, which is a funny name. Yep, we're running out of time. So the footer is, I'm just basically going to do 3 different columns, and have them column 1, 2, and 3. The footer itself, this will be good to go in the CSS. This is the most organized. The footer is going to be as long as the other 2 should be appropriately in order to show the correct length, I guess. This is the most organized CSS, but they're all the same. So they basically have a background color of the type of orange. Tried to do the width equal to the width of the whole footer itself, which they're all contained in. There's some padding from the bottom, and it's really not that bad. They floating left. Just an idea of the column, and then the content side is just a little bit of text, but then one of them did have a button in it, so there is a submit button. It's pretty simple. You can make it say whatever, but I'll save it. So this is a submit button, the real practical. Yeah, Firefox. Okay, so more or less, you know what, I think my colors I picked were a little off actually. Oh, and to make this instead of it's in its own header, but the color, I just did not give it a background color, so it just goes with the body color, which is pretty much what his has as well. The content and time, and I'm almost out of time. So basically the contact forms, here's the Java, and the submit, instead of submit send, I have submit. Here's the video, it's a Vimeo, and then the content it's pretty much the same. Yeah, it just has content basically in each box, and here's the columns, and you can't even see them. There's the columns, and including a button. Doesn't do anything, but if I added some Java, I'd be able to accomplish that. And I think I'm out of time if my YouTube directions were right, and I know it didn't look exactly like this, but it's what I was going off of, and hopefully it went good enough.